Well, hey guys, what a morning I have had. There's a little tiny baby lizard that somehow made its way in, and I always get freaked out by them in my apartment, not because they scare me, but they're gonna die in here because of the air conditioning. I got a little glass Pyrex bowl with a lid, caught it and trapped it and ran very quickly and released it back into the wild. I always worry that I'm gonna like hurt them. I don't ever want to harm a lizard. I don't know. They're so cute and helpless. I feel so bad if they make their way in here. I just know, like if I don't set it free, it's gonna die a very miserable and painful death. So I do my best to free them back into the wild. Anyway, welcome back to the vlog. I am coming in this morning with the Sun By Me Repair Gel Cleanser with beta panthenol. I've been rather enjoying this for the morning cleanse. A mild milky cleanser. It does have a rose scent to it. Y'all, I've been really diligent on petroleum jelly ifying my hands, and I swear it's really helping my nails a lot, like the cuticles and stuff. I went ahead and trimmed my nails. Last weekend I was telling you about how the OPI nail envy, whenever I paint my nails and I use that, it makes it so that I can grow my nails out really long, but eventually I get sick of them and I don't know, I can't handle them anymore and I have to cut my nails. I don't know how people deal with the long artificial nails. Like, they're kind of fun for 5 minutes, but man, they get on my nerves after a while. Okay, coming in with my coenzyme Q10 per usual. I don't know, it's like they just kind of get to a point where enough is enough, and I feel like they're more of a hazard, especially me as someone who has eczema and is prone to itch and scratching. That's the last thing I need are talons. But scratching is really a hard behavior to nip in the bud, let me tell you. I mentioned this in a video recently that I filmed for you guys. It should be up now on back itch, but itch and pain, like they're some of the same pathways, the same nerves are involved, and there's some overlap in the medications that are used to treat pain and itch. Both itch and pain are miserable and have serious impacts on people's quality of life. But I have to say, like with itch, at least in contrast to pain, at least with itch, you can scratch and for whatever reason like self-soothe. It's a maladaptive response that we have, scratching. But when you're in pain, like what is there to do to alleviate that other than breathing and medications and things of that sort? All right, for my sunscreen, I am back on the tinted hybrid sunscreen from Dermatology. I love this. I usually go through a pump bottle of this every season. I recently finished up the Isntree Hyaluronic Acid Watery Sun Gel and the Can Make Mermaid UV. So I'm back on this. It has niacinamide. So if you don't care for that, you may not like this, but I really love it. It's not water resistant though. Anyway, what I was saying is, I've mentioned this on here before, that I consider myself so lucky because I've never had any kind of pain. Like I've whacked my knee up against the hard edge of a piece of furniture multiple times. That's not pleasant. I've definitely fallen down, in my childhood, but I've never had to deal with pain, let alone chronic pain. I don't know how people deal with it, honestly, because it definitely messes up your sleep and life. It's tough. It's an invisible problem too, because only you can feel it. One thing I've always been fascinated by is like when people have neuropathic pain related to limb amputation. I've just always found that pathway, that type of pain pathway, fascinating, that if you lose like your leg, a lot of people end up dealing with chronic pain, and it's called phantom limb. Like they feel like their leg is in pain, but they don't, their leg's been amputated, but it's a real pain pathway, and it's miserable for them. And there's so many different types of pain too, different fibers and pathways, and many people can have different overlapping types of pain, and it's tough. It's really a tough situation. So that's one thing, they say count your blessings every day or say what you're grateful for. I always am like, thank you for no chronic pain, because I feel for people who deal with that. One thing I like about this It's a hybrid sunscreen, so for me, I don't get any it's tinted. I don't get any cast with this. Easy breezy around the eyes for me. You know, this sunscreen has always had kind of a little bit of an odd odor, but I kind of like it. And it doesn't linger or anything. There's no fragrance. I bought this on Amazon. Dermatology has an Amazon storefront, but sometimes I buy directly from them, especially like around 4th of July. I think they had a really good sale, but I did not hit that up, unfortunately. Well, hey guys, I just ran out of Ulta. People are getting on my last nerve today. There were these people in there coming out just now in the motorized shopping carts, like 2 youngish people, and they were like racing around in the parking lot with them like bumper cars, like ramming them into one another and playing around and like getting in people's way and cutting off cars. It's like so unhinged and annoying. Like, those are not for that. They're for people who need them, not to play around with like some kind of toy. Not to mention, like, you're gonna get hit by a car being so ridiculous in this parking lot. The other thing someone did that got on my nerves, 2 people, I was backing out of a parking space, and no sooner am I backing out, but this car comes up behind me, and they're like going way too fast through a parking garage. First of all, they like kind of slam on brakes, but they don't give me enough room to finish backing out. Like, they come up and tailgate up on me, so I can't really back out. So I have to inch forward, and they would not budge. And I'm trying to get out of the space, minding my own business. Then another car comes up the middle, not even on the right side of the lane where they're supposed to, up the middle of the lane, and gets right up on me like this. And I'm like, I'm trying to get out of this space, and you're not making it so that I can do it any faster. Like, you are in such a hurry that you have to close me in like this. Don't you realize it's only going to take me longer to get out of the spot? I don't understand rude people. Like, they have to put way too much effort into being rude. I mean, there's just being rude and inconsiderate, but then there's like calculated rudeness that seems like it's a full-time job. Playing in the electric shopping carts like they're toys, rudeness on a stupid level. Rudeness and stupidity had a baby, and that's what that is. I don't know if it's something in the air, probably the heat. Speaking of heat, when I was in Ulta, I saw that they have the Ordinary in there, and I was looking at the glycolic acid toner. I keep seeing people wanting to use that as a deodorant, and it's just not a good idea, because first of all, the mechanism really isn't there. In theory, it may help normalize skin pH by lowering it a bit, and that could, kind of help cut down on the burden of certain bacteria. But in the long run, it's not really going to do that, because glycolic acid can cause a lot of skin irritation under the arms because of this combination of sweat and occlusion. And ultimately, that's going to disrupt the barrier even further and lead to more bacteria and disruption of the microbiome that ultimately causes body odor. I was whining to you guys about this in a recent video, I think when I was in CVS, that there aren't enough sensitive skin, fragrance-free, antiperspirant deodorant options that are logical, targeted at the root causes of body odor. Yeah, they're all of these natural deodorants or whatever, but they're nothing but perfume. And it doesn't matter if it's, perfume from a freshly ground lemon, or if it's perfume from, a lemon that's gone through a distillation apparatus. At the end of the day, it's still a very high concentration of fragrance in deodorants, and that can cause irritation for people and hyperpigmentation. So we just don't have a lot of options. That's why I say do the benzoyl peroxide thing, because there you have a short contact therapy of something that can reduce the burden of bacteria under the arm that cause body odor. But you don't have to leave it on the skin. That would otherwise lead to irritation. You can rinse it off. Man, I think I'm gonna hop into Fiesta. Fiesta is like an international grocery store. I'm thinking of going in there. I think I'm gonna run into Big Lots, see if they got anything new in there. It's been a couple of weeks since I went into Big Lots, and I just find shopping in Big Lots to be a relaxing experience. Although I don't want to jinx myself, because like I said, the temperature is rising, and it's like a full moon today with the heat. People are acting strange, rude, and crude. Big Lots is hit or miss. And actually, you know what I'm hoping they have? Yeah, I'm gonna put this out here even though it's July. But I'm kind of hoping they have some Halloween stuff. Not that I decorate for Halloween, but I like looking at it. And so I'm hoping they have some Halloween stuff to look at, because like I said, today is a spooky day. These are new. This whole brand I've never seen before. What is this brand even called? Vita C Peptide and Glow Booster Face Moisturizer. Oops, so I almost throw it across the floor. Ascorbic acid, water, and a peptide. $2.99. Interesting. Ascorbic acid, it's limited in its stability, but it may be helpful for hyperpigmentation or for warding off against oxidative stress. So they have this face moisturizer, and then they have a face wash glued down in there. Vita C Peptides Glow Booster. This is a scented cleanser. Ascorbic acid and palmitoyl tripeptide 1, which may help with recovery. Then they have a niacinamide moisturizer, coconut extract and niacinamide. These moisturizers look kind of promising. I told you Big Lots was going to turn the day around, and did I lie? No. Shimmering body lotion, coconut and niacinamide, $2.99. I wonder what these smell like. They have a vitamin C one. Does this one have ascorbic acid like the face lotions? It's hard to read. Yeah, ascorbic acid. Then they have some serums, $2.99. Castor oil, tripeptide 1, ascorbic acid. Now, it may oxidize on you and turn color and be a little more irritating, but that's the issue with ascorbic acid. Hemp plus collagen firming booster. Hemp seed oil has antioxidants in it that may be helpful for healing. Collagen extract, that's probably hydrating. Here's a facial serum with coconut and niacinamide. Some people find coconut aggravates their acne, but that isn't the case for everyone. Allantoin is soothing and hydrating with glycerin and sodium hyaluronate, and then the niacinamide is good for redness and hyperpigmentation. And they have a retinol plus AHA. Yeah, this has lactic acid and retinol together, $2.99. I do question how stable those ingredients are at that price point. Epiel has these hydrating gloves. Honestly, just get yourself some cotton gloves you can get them on Amazon or the drugstore, and slather your hands with petroleum jelly and put the gloves on, or Aquaphor. Consistency is key though with these things. What are these foot pads? Is this one of those gimmicky things where it's gonna leach out toxins from your feet, as if that's a real thing? Yep, these are a gimmick, you guys. Don't fall for that. Nail clippers, $2.50. Those look like pretty good nail clippers. What do you guys think? Elite nail tools. Squeezing blackheads and putting Q-tips in your ears are two of the same sin, in my opinion, because all you're doing is, in the case of putting Q-tips in your ear, you're just pushing the wax further back in. Yeah, you may see some wax on the Q-tip, but that's like, it's just because you're touching it with a Q-tip. You're not actually getting the wax out. You're just pushing it back further. Likewise, if you squeeze a blackhead, you may get a little bit of stuff out, but you're not actually removing the blackhead. You're just bringing in more inflammation into the skin. It's gonna make more problems for you, including the risk of scarring. So yeah, they are both the same type of dilemma. Ooh, you guys, look at this little mini OPI set. These, I've never been more tempted actually than in this moment here with you guys to buy and use artificial nails, because these are, is it just me? I have not seen artificial nails like this jazzy. Like, I'm kind of wanting to try these for Christmas, the red and green. It's not too early to think of Christmas nails. You guys are like, what did she put in her coffee? Christmas nails? It's July. But I don't know, I think that could be fun to do like once or twice, maybe for a photo. These look cool, the metallic ones. You gotta be careful though, the glues for these, common allergen. Oh, recently I did a video for you guys about itchy back, where we talk about notalgia paresthetica, and stuff over here can actually be kind of helpful because they have these
patches that are meant for pain relief, but they can help distract the itch nerves too. Like menthol definitely can, although unfortunately it can be irritating to the skin as well, so it's kind of a delicate balance. Menthol, lidocaine, pramoxine. I'm looking to see if they have capsaicin. Capsaicin, sometimes Tiger Balm products have capsaicin in them. Let's see. Yeah, this one does. Capsaicin can really be helpful if you can tolerate it. It burns quite a bit, but the way it works is it just depletes the nerve endings of their little neurochemicals, so it buys you some time where you don't have any itch. I wonder how the Sound Body brand petroleum jelly is. I'm sure it's fine. I'm sure it's just the same as regular Vaseline, which they have down there too. No offense, but I don't feel like bending down to look at it up close. You guys know what the label of Vaseline looks like. I don't need to throw a knee out. Oh, update, I'm still loving those razor blades that I got from Dollar Tree. Those are good because they are not a super close shave. Like, they are just the right level of closeness. If you are prone to razor burn, first of all, don't press so hard, but I highly recommend those Dollar Tree razors. And every time I've pointed those out, either in the Dollar Tree or in that video where I actually purchased them and talked about them, people will always be like, those are gonna rust. They don't. I mean, don't store razor blades in your shower as a side note, because they will dull a lot faster, but those Dollar Tree ones, they do not rust. This was here last time, I believe, this hydrating clay mask. Clays are good for oily skin. Kaolin helps absorb excess sebum from the skin surface and can help like your makeup go on better. It may help in reducing breakouts too, just by absorbing a little bit of extra oil that would otherwise break down and be irritating and inflammatory. Dude, they do have some fall stuff out, you guys. That wreath is cute. Give thanks. Oh, and I love the pumpkin placemats. It's hard to find rectangular placemats. Oh, I say that, and then here's one. I really like that, actually. That's sweet. Put a little light in there. And some fall candles already. Oh, the little owls. They're sweet. This is pumpkin bourbon butter. Ooh, that is nice. I might have to snag that. It's $6.99. It's not bad at all. Then they also have baked pumpkin. That smells more like apple. And then pumpkin muffin. That's kind of mild. Farmhouse strudel. Don't mind if I doodle. No. That's very, you know how children's toys sometimes have a scent to them, like at least My Little Ponies used to. That's kind of in that category. How about whiskey and rye? Ooh, that is nice. That I really like. Then they have these cute jars. The little pumpkin charm. It says pumpkin buttercream. That's mild. Pumpkin teakwood. No pumpkin scent there. I was not expecting to come in here and buy a fall candle, but I may have to because this may go away. They don't appear to have very many of them. Who knows? They may get more in stock, but I think I might actually snag that. And then I was complaining to you guys about how there's never enough rectangle placemats, but Big Lots is coming through. They have this one, which I don't really care for that plaid, but that's an option. And then that is pleasant. But how adorable is this little turkey for Thanksgiving? Which is a holiday that, in my opinion, does not get enough love and attention. Even these are nice, which I was complaining I don't like the circle placemats just because of the way my countertop is. These are really pretty. I wish they made them as a rectangle. Figures. The one time I don't get a cart, there's stuff I actually want to buy. Well, Big Lots did not disappoint. While I didn't have any Halloween, they were sneaking out the fall, and yes, I did, in fact, get myself that candle. Fall will hit, I'll want a fall candle, and then I will be left to my own, I don't know what I'm talking about. It's a pretty jar, great smell, like craft store, fall festival, $6.99. I mean, I can't wait for Tuscany to get their act together. Fingers crossed, they're gonna come out with good ones this season. They always do, except was it last year? They stiffed me on was it the Christmas candles? I was miffed because I look forward to that chocolate peppermint every year, the peppermint one, and they did not deliver. I don't feel like going into Fiesta. I was thinking of going there, but I'm gonna pass. I'm gonna pass on Fiesta. Fiesta. But if you ever visit here, you've never been to the H-Town area, highly suggest checking out Fiesta. We have a lot of entertaining grocery stores here. If you like to look in grocery stores, you would like visiting Houston because we have a lot of unique grocery stores. Like any kind of nationality, there's probably a grocery store to find the necessary items to make that type of cuisine. People in there were polite. I always have a pleasant experience in Big Lots. I don't know what the Ulta clientele were on, but not their best behavior, that's for sure. It is later in the day because right now we were sitting at 94 degrees. So I like to come out in the evening time because it stays light out longer, but I don't want to be out here in the like 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock time. Forget it, unless you want to cook yourself to bits.
Well, hey guys, I just got out of the shower. I am moisturized. I'm actually coming in tonight with this. I'm coming in with Sunday Riley Good Jeans. Okay, this was gifted to me. I do not recommend it. Not because it's bad per se, but because what it is versus the price, I can't justify that. Now, this product is a lactic acid treatment. It's basically a lightweight lotion. And I have to say, it's effective. I just do 2 pumps. What it does is improve, the lactic acid can improve the moisture content in the skin. It can gently exfoliate. And it's great if you have rough, dry, dull skin texture, keratosis pilaris. Lactic acid stings if you have eczema. I have a little hand eczema here. This particular product is effective. Like, my skin does feel soft and smooth using it. However, I feel as though it is the same, in my experience, using them as the Ordinary's lactic acid serum. Like, that likewise gives a nice softening effect. So for the price, it's just like, I can't justify it. So this was gifted to me, and I wanted to show it in my Nordstrom video to demonstrate it to you guys, give my opinion on it. But since I've been using it, I want to use it up. No sense in having things go to waste. This has lemongrass in it, which is fragrance. So honestly, it's a nice scent. I will give it that. But if you're allergic to fragrance, that would be another reason to avoid that. Now, lactic acid also can be beneficial in like an anti-aging routine if you have some age spots and you just want to smooth out the skin surface, because with age, the rate of cell turnover gets a little slow, and that can make those age spots even more noticeable because you kind of have this dry, dull appearing skin. Lactic acid can help smooth all of that out. Now, a question I frequently get asked, and I've pointed this out in videos before, it's like with the hydroxy acids like lactic acid, you want to be careful to reconsider, I'll say, using them alongside retinol or tretinoin. Doesn't mean that you can never use them together, but if you are new to tretinoin, I would not use that alongside this lactic acid treatment, because the dryness, the peeling, the irritation that you're going to experience with tretinoin can get so much worse if you're using it alongside exfoliants, acids, and that can cause a lot of irritation. But I've been using tretinoin for a long time now, and my skin is used to tretinoin, and the lactic acid is lactic acid is very mild in general, so it works out okay for me. But same thing, I've been trying to use this Lancome Genifique. This is a good product actually, in my opinion, aside from the fragrance, but I find that I get similar, if not the same, results using the Cosrx Nail Mucin, like that hydrating pack-a-punch. There are less expensive alternatives out there. Anyways, guys, I'm gonna wrap this vlog up. Thank you so much for making it to the end. I hope you're having a great weekend, or whenever you're watching this. I hope you're having a great moment in time and beyond is wonderful for you. Nothing but good things come your way. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and as always, don't forget, sunscreen and subscribe. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye.